Here's one of the major investments you need to make if you want to really move your life forward. I am A.L. Benson, and welcome to Mastering the Game, where we delve deep into the mindset of Cristiano Ronaldo. While many of his fans and followers are focusing on how much money he's making from the Al Nassr deal, how many employees he has, how many goals he's scored, how many leagues he's played, and how many assists and how many titles and trophies, we are interested in his mindset. We are the elite fans of Cristiano Ronaldo. We want to find out what is it that makes this guy tick? What kind of mindset does he possess that has made him so great? What is his software? What is the operating system like? To get into the mind of a great person like Cristiano Ronaldo and to really find out what makes him tick. And so we've been looking at how to make your vision or your dream a reality. Ronaldo started with the dream of becoming the greatest football player in the world. He values self-discipline. And so he was disciplined in practicing and training every day. He invested his time wisely. He didn't waste his time. He set high standards for himself. He inquired for knowledge. In an interview, he said that when he came to Man United first, he would often speak to the senior players, Roy Keane, Rio Ferdinand, Paul Scholes, Ryan Giggs, and others, to learn from them. He was hungry for knowledge. He inquired for wisdom by learning from those who were ahead of him. He has learned from the advice of these players that were at Man United. When he went to Real Madrid, he did the same thing. When he went to Juventus, the same thing. But there are a lot of people today who want to succeed and they don't want to listen to anybody's advice. There are millions of people, intelligent people on social media, on YouTube, who have great advice for you, but you refuse to listen. You think you know everything. You think you're the next greatest thing since hamburgers. And as a result, you don't search for knowledge. You don't search for wisdom. If you don't inquire for wisdom, how are you going to be wiser than you are right now? You see, there's a scripture in the Holy Book that says wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom. It didn't say search for it. Get it. That means if it's in the valley, go into that valley. If it's on a mountain, go on that mountain. If it's in a volcano, get into that volcano. It says, get it. It didn't say try and find it. It says, get it. And if you want to get it, you have to really look in some places and go after it. Pay any price you have to pay to get wisdom. Mastering the game requires that you need to learn from those ahead of you. Ronaldo used to be a great dribbler. He was a great winger. Then he met the legendary René Meulensteen, who said, we need to transform you from becoming a winger who scores goals into a goal scorer. The second thing he told him was, you need to take your emotions out of the game of football and play the game of football like the way Bjorn Borg and Roger Federer play football. Ice cold. Play with zero emotion. And over the next couple of months, Ronaldo became a goal-scoring monster. When he met René Meulensteen, he has scored just about 23 goals in the season. But by the end of the next season, he has scored 42. What a jump. You see, because he searched for wisdom that was beyond him, he realized that people are not interested in stepovers and dragbacks and penancas. People are not interested in how many chops you do and how many dribbles you complete and how many assists you complete. People are interested in goals. They might want you to be entertaining, but if you're entertaining and you're not scoring goals, you may as well be in a circus. So Ronaldo used every skill he had acquired up to that time to become a goal scorer. So yes, he was a great shooter, great dribbler, great passer of the ball, gave great assists, and he used all of that to become a great goal scorer. So he was scoring goals from 40 yards out, 30 yards out. He was scoring all kinds of goals: headers, left foot, right foot, bangers, tap-ins, penalties, free kicks, volleys, half volleys, scissor kicks, bicycle kicks, back heels. My goodness, because he inquired for wisdom. You see, when you inquire for wisdom, what happens is that the wisdom the person will give you will open so many doors. It will open up your mind to so many options. That is when you realize that the $50 in your pocket can do so much for you. When you inquire for wisdom, the wisdom you acquire from that person or from the book that person wrote or the podcast that person produced will show you so many things you can do with the resources you have. There are people with resources who are not resourceful. They have a lot of resources, but they're not resourceful. They don't know how to use the resources they have. But if you are going to really succeed in life, you need to be resourceful. And so acquire wisdom. Inquire for wisdom. There are people ahead of you financially, in terms of physical health, business-wise, intellectually, academically. Learn from them. So I will not be surprised if at the end of the day you find Ronaldo sitting in his hall reading a book about business, reading a book about fashion, reading a book about other enterprises. I will not be surprised, because he knows how to invest in wisdom. And you must also invest and inquire for wisdom. There's this interesting quote from a movie I watched, and it says, "Don't be a fool, stay in school." What this simply implies is that remain a student of life. There are always people who can teach you. Even the people beneath you can teach you lessons about life. If you think you know it all, get ready for your funeral. This has been A.L. Banson, and this is Mastering the Game. Learn to master your own game, and see you later. Bye-bye.